Thank you all for your patience tonight. I hope it's going to be well worth the wait. Good evening. We're so happy to have you with us tonight. We're talking tonight about a very important word in fashion, collaboration. In our industry, collaborations, as we know, have been hugely successful. Whether you're talking Louis Vuitton and Supreme, Rimowa, Off-White, Pharrell Williams and Chanel, Stella McCartney, Adidas, MAC with so many of their stars from Rihanna before Fenty Beauty to Mariah Carey and even Cinderella, collaborations have been a way to fuel businesses in the fashion industry for a very long time. Today we're going to explore the topic vis-a-vis two well-known homegrown brands from the Middle East. Just last week in Abu Dhabi, a collaboration was inaugurated between Maison de JOELLE and Triano. Triano is, of course, Abu Dhabi's only luxury department store from the Shahloub Group. And Maison de JOELLE is a high-end beauty salon with over 14 locations across the region, started by celebrity media personality JOELLE MARIDINIAN. And of course, tonight we have with us the one and only JOELLE and SHARMILA MURAT. SHARMILA MURAT currently leads the department store businesses within the Shahloub Group, running both Triano and Saks Fifth Avenue. She started her career in New York in management consulting and then private equity before moving into the retail industry. SHARMILA also serves on the Shahloub Group's Next, the company's junior board, their strategic committee and investment committee, and she founded and sits on the advisory board for Ibtikar, which is their in-house innovation lab. And she's a mentor for Endeavor, which supports entrepreneurs from our region with mentorship. And JOELLE, entrepreneur, makeup artist, TV host, brand ambassador. There are many ways to describe JOELLE and the many roles she plays. She's the founder of JOELLE Group, which expanded into 3 successful businesses over the past decade. It all started in 2008 with the salon Maison de JOELLE, and her self-titled makeup show, which of course so many of us know her from, which was aired for 12 years on NBC and made her a household name and had a massive viewership of over 90 million people worldwide. JOELLE, thank you so much for being with us today. SHARMILA, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Ritu.
having us. Thank you.
I'm going to start by going right into it because it's a very exciting collaboration that you've done with Triano, and I want to start with why and how. How did this come about?
Would you like to start?
Yeah, I'll start, if you don't mind. First of all, good evening. I'm so happy. It's a full house. It's nice. It's nice to look into the crowd and see a lot of faces. I just want to say that it was perfect for us to be with Triano in Abu Dhabi. First of all, honestly, my husband takes care of the expansions, and he went to see the Triano team, and he came back excited, and he was telling me about this mall and this shopping center and this department store that's going to be very unique. And I thought, yes, of course, in UAE, we're used to that. We're used to amazing things that are opening everywhere, whether it's restaurants or hotels or shopping malls or department stores. But honestly, when I went there for the first time, it was crazy. I just automatically felt at home. I just felt like I can literally spend the day without feeling any like heart palpitations or that being stressed. It's a stress-free environment, and what I loved, the space. They have so much space that you feel you're free. You can really breathe inside. You can enjoy the shopping experience, and I found it to be very unique. It's just, there's something about it. I'm a very emotional person, and I go with my vibe. It's either I like something or I don't like it. It's either I like to return or I just don't want to return. And the vibes I felt there were amazing. The team, I have to say, the staff are so nice. It makes such a big difference.
So the space really resonated with you and the culture.
The space, the mood, the people, the smiles, the layout, the art, even the displays are artistic. And you know, I've studied art all of my life, and I love that. I love to look around. I like to appreciate small things. You know, I like to look at the birds that they have on the cages and the flowers, and all of that means a lot to me. So having Maison de Joëlle there just made a lot of sense to us, because when women go to Triano, they can just do their shopping and they can pop in for a quick maybe blow dry, or to get their nails done, or spend all day doing their hair color and treatments. It's good. And what we made sure, we moved our staff from our other location in Abu Dhabi. So we brought staff who've been with me for 8 years, and we moved them into the Triano branch. So a lot of our clients can actually go and enjoy the Triano environment and and get pampered at Maison de Joëlle.
Thank you. Sharmila, from the business's perspective for Triano, where did it start for you, and how did this come to fruition?
So these discussions have actually been going on for a couple years, and I think it took so long because we just wanted to get the last important component of our beauty department just right. And the salon provides for our guests this feeling of being at home, being at ease, being pampered, and will provide an experience that's critical for us for rounding out the journey for our customers. And we felt there was a perfect fit with Maison de Joëlle because, first of all, it's exclusive to us in Abu Dhabi, which is so important for the Triano strategy and is something we're focused on across the store. And we felt that really the values fit. Joelle is someone who's very focused on experience, on service. She's very authentic, and she has a loyal following of people who really love her. And we felt that this would be complementary for us.
And something else that's interesting, I know Triano has been a big supporter of things regional brands, and it's interesting, you also partnered with the regional celebrity. Was that part of the strategy of, I mean, obviously Joelle's known worldwide, but her real power as an Arab in this region is very strong. Does that also resonate more in the market for you?
I think it just comes down to what our clients want. I mean, Triano is a big store. We have over 300 brands. Definitely some of them are regional and local designers, but we felt this was a great fit because the client base is so complementary. You know, the heart of the clients in Triano are people from the region, and so we felt it was the right fit in speaking to those people.
So in the nuts and bolts of developing a collaboration, how do you work together? So you've decided, and you said it was 2 years in the making, that you wanted this to happen. What happens next? I imagine there's a lot of details to actual execution. You know, Joelle, you were saying you brought over some of this staff from your other locations. What else happens, and how do you create an environment that is truly a collaborative one with Triano?
Well, of course, we will be there to support them in any maybe fashion show that they would like to do in the future. Any maybe like styling shoots for the media, any events they would like to run. We will also do events of our own where we'll also collaborate and share clientele. They can invite their clients to come to our events. We'll invite their clients to come to our event. We will for sure work as a family. For me, every time I sign a deal with a new partner, whether it's to take a franchise from me, whether it's for Clinica, Maison JOELLE, JOELLE Paris, it's a very like a personal also relationship, because any collaboration is for a lifetime. You can't think, oh, we're doing this temporarily for 1 or 2 years. You don't want to keep on changing your partners. So for me, this is a partnership. It's not just, oh, I've rented a space in Triano and I'm just operating like the way I want. There's a lot of management decisions that we're doing together. Yeah, and the one nice thing I have to say also for JOELLE Paris, Triano, I noticed when I went and they gave me the tour, a lot of the brands are exclusive in Triano, whether it's in Abu Dhabi and some of them in the UAE. And this is also, we were able to add to that we have been able to sell in Triano some of the exclusive products from JOELLE Paris that are still not available except for Maison de Joëlle. And we've been able to also sell them in the Maison de Joëlle at Triano. So we want to also give some things that are exclusive and give the shopper a great experience that combines beauty, shopping, and a beauty service, not just beauty products.
Actually, some of those products you mentioned, I think everyone's getting some of that in their goodie bags. But, you know, Sharmila, maybe more towards you, what is it that kind of, do you guys decide, okay, this is definitely an environment more for a collaboration? Because you could have decided to do a salon on your own. Is it particularly know-how, and do you bring a certain know-how to the table, and Joelle brings a certain know-how, and what are those? And do you work it out, you know, first, you know, obviously with Joelle's management team? Do you think, okay, we'll handle financials, you guys handle product that goes in, or do you guys all have a say in each of those?
Yeah, so I think that the way that we've worked it out is that, again, it's been a long time in the making, but we've worked very closely with Joelle's team, and it started with designing the space, it started with building it together, then we worked on staffing it through her existing team, some through interviewing new people, and then there's going to be an ongoing collaboration for making sure that we're executing well and also communicating about the brand. But we're going to be operating it on a day-to-day basis with the support of the team. But why did we do it with Joelle instead of on our own? And I think that's really the power that a collaboration brings in terms of elevating both brands. So for Triano, this is a concept that's barely 4 years old. So we're still very much in the brand building phase. And we felt that this collaboration could help us further develop and build this brand. And also, we wanted to tap into a new set of clients and a new set of traffic that perhaps maybe wouldn't have come into Triano if not for Joelle.
That's a very important point you bring, which is brand building. It's so central to what we do in fashion. And Joelle, you are such a big brand in and of yourself. 11 million followers on Instagram. How central is brand building to what you do as an entrepreneur? And I want to say, we were at an Instagram Facebook conference together earlier last week, and out of everyone who attended, and it was all beauty executives, Joelle was in the front row taking furious notes, video recording everything, and it really struck me how involved you are in the nitty-gritty. It's not just about celebrity. Can you tell us a little bit more about building your brand and what it takes?
Oh my God, I'm just so not living the life of a celebrity. I don't know what that means. I do everything. I like the nitty-gritty. I think without the nitty-gritty, I would not be here today. I have an amazing team that really like to work with me. They like maybe what I've built, or they've built this journey with me. Maybe, I don't know, I'd love to really maybe record their conversation one day when they think I'm not listening, to really know what they truly think about my way of managing and leading. Because sometimes maybe I find that maybe I'm hard to deal with. You know, I do send WhatsApps at 3 and 4 in the morning. I do tell them, I don't want you to reply, but it's just, I need a reply when you wake up in the morning. I need to see every video, every caption, every photo. I have to approve everything, and
it's the authenticity of the brand.
That's tiring for me, but it's just, I want to reach a level where my staff, if I even just look at them, they can understand what I want to say without saying it. And that does happen. And I'm very lucky to have the team that I have, whether it's my doctors, my nurses, my managers, the JOELLE group staff that are in the office, Pedro, Naba, Aya. I like to empower people, even the people that work with me. You know, I like to give them freedom, and I like to teach them, and I like them to teach me. You know, I like to be led. I don't want to always lead. That's another thing. I want to also listen to Triano, to listen to who are their clients, how can I serve their clients, what would they want, would they like discounts, would they like offers, would they like vouchers, would they like us to bring them in for tutorials. We need to learn all the time. And when you saw me at the Facebook, honestly, I just wish I knew it was going to be that interesting, with that much information that is actually really important for me. I would have just recorded the entire thing and just watched it in slow motion, or maybe watched it 1,000 times. It's taken me so long to build my followers. The 11.2 million, That is so hard. I post as soon as I wake up, before my coffee, I'm on Instagram. The very last thing at night, I spend maybe at least 1 hour reading the comments, replying, deleting, or maybe wanting to pass on a message. I use one comment, whether it's good or bad, without attacking viciously, attacking politely. Not even attacking, I don't like to use the word attacking, but just maybe talking back politely, but with something that is important, that I want my 11.2 to hear it and to think about it clearly.
So having your own voice is important because, I think a lot of us saw when you walked in, you had your phone out and, you were quickly posting even just before we came up on stage. And I imagine it's a never-ending task. How central, because, a lot of our audience here are emerging brands. So they were where you might have been 10, 12 years ago, where they're just trying to be known, whether they're a personality or a brand. And what's the advice to them to help put their own brand forward?
I just want to say, don't be fooled by the 11.2 million. Don't be fooled by the number of branches. I'm still struggling. I'm still working hard. I'm still having sleepless nights. I'm working maybe more than ever because as you grow, the stress level grows, the investment grows, the risk grows, everything grows. Nothing becomes smaller. The hours you need to put into work grow, everything. I cried so much, like 3 days ago. Maybe I haven't cried that much in 13 years. And I just thought, wow, I'm having such a bad day and I'm not able to even get on the phone and post anything. And there's that pressure. The social media now has become pressure, but I can't ignore that because if we are not there, we disappear with time. Someone said something really interesting. Years ago, it was you can't be seen too much as a celebrity because people get sick of you and then you look like you're desperate. Today, if you're not seen all the time, people do forget about you because now people want engagement all the time. So my advice is just work really hard. It should never be about money. I know a lot of you, I know artists, it's never about the money. It's about success. It's always been about success. I do read a lot about other people who've made it big because that makes me feel I'm still super small, which gives me that drive to work harder every day. So my role models are huge. And this is why I really don't think I've really reached my potential. And what hurts also, when you know you're talented and you know that you have big dreams and you know you want to get there, and every day you question yourself, how am I going to get there? How am I going to read the right people? How can I have people that work with me, that believe in me? How can I get investors on board? It just doesn't happen over time. I truly believe that having strong faith in God and knowing that God is seeing what you're doing and He's seeing your struggles, He's seeing your love and your passion and being good to others. This is also something that actually really has worked out great for me. Since day one, I've never been mean about shining the light on other even TV presenters or makeup artists. I want them to also succeed, and I believe that there's plenty of fish in the sea. That has given me also another kind of popularity. People want to support me. They don't feel like, she doesn't need our support. Why should we support her? It's given me another kind of respect, and you build your own respect. Doesn't matter where you become, which cover you're on, which store takes you, which people you're rubbing shoulders with. You're just a human being who should be just really down to earth. You should enjoy the people who are running up to you. Give them your time if you become that famous because they've put you on that pedestal. And I just want to say, it doesn't get easier, it gets worse, but it's good. It feels good. Those moments where you're taking an award or someone is writing about you or someone is complimenting you, it's all about that. It's all about those moments, and those moments are so precious, and they're just yours.
Yeah, and it kind of comes back to working together, collaborating, uplifting one another in the industry, and as a platform, we try to do that here with Fashion Forward as well. Sharmila, what advice do you have for young entrepreneurs? You work with a lot of young entrepreneurs through your mentorship with Endeavor. How can entrepreneurs who work on limited budgets, so maybe they don't have the budgets that Triano would to be able to bring in a JOELLE, what advice do you have for them on what they can do to make an impact?
I mean, maybe just take a step back. I think maybe one lesson is from what we just heard from JOELLE is to have incredible passion and to love, your brand so much and be out there every day fighting for it. And I think that should resonate with all of us, whether we're a startup or whether we're an established business. But the fundamentals for new designers, it's not much different than how we work in our bigger businesses. I mean, first of all, you have to understand what is it that you're making? What is the need you're serving for your customers? What is different about your product or service? And then it's really just about staying focused. So if you have a key product or a key design that people like, don't spread yourself too thin and expand too quickly, because what we all have is limited cash and limited time, and it's important to stay focused.
Very good advice. JOELLE, I want to bounce that question back to you as well, because you have branched out into so many things. So, of course, there's Maison de JOELLE, and within Maison de JOELLE, you actually have a lot of wonderful products that will be at Triano as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I know everyone's going to receive some, and curious to know how you ended up developing that, and, as an entrepreneur, sort of, where do you get the motivation?
Yes, just like you said, knowing your clients and loving what you do and serving. So when I used to travel with some of the beauty brands, and they took me to Saudi Arabia, they took me to Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Amman, the entire region, I met a lot of people, a lot of my fans, and this was before social media, before we had all this information thrown at us every second. And people used to come up to me with almost the same beauty issues. They would say, JOELLE, what can I do with my dark circles? Or what can I do with my hair? I've lost half of my hair. And these were honestly, for skincare, this was the main issue. And with hair care, that was the main issue. And I would ask questions. I would say, are you using, first of all, I would ask about the water. And I can see, because her lips are so chapped and she's not drinking water. And I would say, are you drinking water? And usually they always hesitate. They goes, yeah. It's like, don't lie to me. Like, don't lie to me. I cannot, I cannot do anything to you. Don't lie to yourself. Drink water. You must drink a lot of water. A lot of that is toxins. Second, are you using an eye cream? And they would mention a makeup brand. Then I knew that really had no idea about skincare. Then I dug deeper into that and realized that statistics said women in the region used to, I'm not sure about now, because things are really changing, and they're changing so fast. I'm so excited for our region. It's amazing. We're doing it the right way, and they're growing it in the right way, and women are being so powerful. I mean, the men, they really have to really get it on. The men are just so behind. Come on, guys. The women are really leading these days. I feel like the women have so much passion because suddenly they really believe in themselves, and they feel like they can do anything, and that's amazing. We're seeing a lot of that. But going back, so I realized that skincare was an issue. So I wanted to produce a skincare line for my region. And you might say, what does that mean? It means all the Swiss brands, the French brands, the Japanese brands, they're not producing skincare for us. And what's the difference? Big difference. We have different needs. The Europeans, their skin maybe wrinkles more easily. Ours, we have adult acne, we have adult pigmentation, we have oily skin, we have sunshine all year round, we have humidity, we have a different lifestyle. We wear tons of makeup every single day. They wear makeup at weddings. So these factors made me realize that no one thought of our region. So I decided to build a skincare and hair care line in France for the women of my region, and to make it of the highest quality ingredient possible without spending too much money on packaging and spending zero money on advertising, just using bloggers, influencers, celebrity, normal people to love our brand, to want our brand, to talk about our brand. And that's exactly how I built JOELLE Paris. But I just want to say something. And this is the important part. When you asked me earlier, what do you have as an advice to young entrepreneurs? I started JOELLE Paris when I was pregnant with my daughter. She's now 9 years old, 9 years and 3 months. So it was a long time. JOELLE Paris didn't see the light of day until 2013. So it took so much of my time planning, deciding what price range do I set it at, where do I produce it, what kind of packaging are my audience going to accept, what are the names that will I name my products, all of that, and tons more decisions to make. But also testing. Testing was so important for me. I wanted to love my product. I wanted to try it for a long time to know if I was going to also be addicted to it. I just want to tell you, this is really my baby. This is my baby. These products I am so proud of. I will never, ever, ever release anything that I don't love and adore. And until now, we have only, in all those years, and I've never done openings as much as I did for JOELLE Paris, and I wasn't making any money. I was making zero money. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. It was only last year that I took my first paycheck. So I also asked another super famous makeup artist from our region, and I was just wondering if his scenario was the same, and he's in the makeup industry. And I thought, this is just me. It's not, maybe I'm doing something wrong. And the more that I think I might be doing something wrong, the more I want to research and see what are the gaps that I left, or what's missing. And then I realized it's normal. If you want a really great brand and you want to take your time producing something amazing, something that you're really proud of, and you know that hopefully 100% of the people are going to come and say, JOELLE, I love your products, and you want to hear people say that to you every day, then you have to take your time and not look at the money, look at the success. Hopefully one day L'Oreal or someone will come and buy me out. But I will stay on the decision side and the production side, but they will just relieve me from the management. Management is the hardest part. The decision making is also very hard. But I just want to say, can I just plug these in? I am so proud of these. I had one client at Clinica JOELLE a couple of days ago. We had an event and she came up to me. My dentist was introducing me to her, and she said, you know, my face just brightens up when I talk about JOELLE Paris. And she said, JOELLE, I'm trying your beauty in a box, and I am just loving it. I'm really seeing great results, and really quickly. This is made of 92% marine collagen, the best marine collagen. It goes straight to your face with 4% pineapple peptide. It tastes delicious. You can just put it in your handbag so you don't forget your daily dose. 30 in a box, and it's amazing. And just quickly, this is one of the most beautiful face masks ever. It's a gold face mask. This costs me 10 times more than if I went with a sheet. What we usually buy, what's available, those sheets, they cost 10 times less. So I would rather make no money and keep on building my brand and making more followers, real followers that love my brand. And one day, we never know what will happen with JOELLE Paris, than to actually go cheap on my product, because that product holds my name, just like any other business. And you will see when you produce this first line, you'll be so proud of it immediately. But automatically, if you have the passion, you will start to plan in your mind the next line. And you would have learned from your mistakes, and you will not repeat the same mistake, but you will have another mistake. I keep on making mistakes, but I'm never repeating that same mistake.
That's a wonderful point you made, is that not everything is about making a lot of money necessarily. There can be other ways that you measure success. And Sharmila, for you guys in this collaboration with Maison de Joëlle, how are you guys measuring success? And you know, obviously you have to mitigate risks as well. There's always risk in starting anything new. How do you look at it from a success point of view?
Well, I mean, at the core, this is a business collaboration. So there are business metrics for the salon, you know, whether there are sales, whether there are good results. But I mean, at the core, we wanted to bring a salon into the store to have an additional critical experience for our guests so that they felt that they could spend more time in the store, they felt at ease, they felt pampered. And if we serve our guests with a better experience and get them to spend more time in the store, that will be the first measure of success. And the second measure of success will be if we're able to attract new people to the store who maybe didn't know about us and are coming because of the Maison de Joëlle brand. And I hope in return what we can bring for Maison de Joëlle is a location within the only luxury department store in Abu Dhabi, a top 10 beauty door in the UAE, and access to a new client base. And also we can learn from each other in terms of operational experience, operational excellence, and service.
Yeah. All very good points. I want to give some time to the audience for questions, if we have any, before we wrap up. Are there any questions in the audience?
He's gonna kill me.
Yeah, there's one there.
I'm really glad to be here.
Hi.
I'm really finally to meet you, Joelle. But the question is, men, when we have something for men, respect to all of the women here, but we need something like, I've been into the fashion industries since 2011, and now I'm working as image consultant and fashion stylist. I have a lot of my clients, they always like having some problem with their skin, with the daytime, you know, product, and in that area, I cannot recommend them what to use or where to go, you know, because that's not my specialty. So I always like end up recommending some doctors or some clinics or something to take care of them. But so yeah, right now I'm asking you in the region, in the Middle East, what to do with the men health.
Okay, thank you. I know I don't advertise a lot that Clinica also, we welcome men, and 35% of our clients are men because we do a lot of head transplant, we do liposuction, we do tummy tucks for men, we do rhinoplasty, we do teeth. We have just as many dental clients, men and women, it's equal. With the JOELLE Paris, you are really right, and my husband brought this to my attention just not long ago. All our products are also for men. My husband, I should just open his beauty bag. He uses a lot of my products. So all our shampoos, our treatments, the oils, maybe not Golden Girl, because got that golden shimmer and that lovely smell, that Hawaiian heavenly smell. Even those collagen are amazing for men. And you know, I really like when men take care of themselves. I mean, I think men today are taking care of themselves much more. There isn't that taboo that, oh, you're a man, you can't take care of yourself, or you know, you can't look good or dress well or put, you know, moisturizer on and sunblock. My husband doesn't leave the house without sunblock anymore. So it's only that Maison de Joëlle, we don't have men, we don't serve men, but JOELLE Paris and Clinica we do. I think there are other things that I'm really passionate about that I also want to do before I maybe venture into like a trendy barber shop. But also I believe there are so many around now that are amazing, that are really trendy barber shops. So maybe that's like very heavy competition for me. But the men in Clinica, I know we are not advertising for them, but they're coming. They're coming with their wives and their girlfriends. But
And maybe-
thank you and sorry.
Maybe I'll just jump in for Triano. Growing our men's offering has been a big focus for us in the past year. For the first few years of the store opening, we would find bored men wandering around looking for a seat when they were shopping there with their wives or sisters or girlfriends. And so what we did was we launched our men's ready-to-wear department, also shoes, and beauty is actually becoming a big category for men. We're selling a lot in terms of skincare, in terms of body care. In Triano, we are exclusive, Aesop is exclusively in Triano in Abu Dhabi. We also have Kiehl's. Both of them, a significant portion of their business is going to men. So actually, this is a category we'd like to grow over time and continue to build that offering. And we think it will serve a customer need. And perhaps there's a future collaboration in the works, Joelle.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Please
Yeah.
don't be shy. You can just ask about anything you like. Just anything. Just take that opportunity.
Yeah, there's.
You're next.
Hi. First, nice to meet you in person. You look so lovely as the social media. Just I know that you mentioning that JOELLE Paris products, and you have to stay focused, not distracted by any other things that's going around you. But you mentioned that it took you a while for the product to come out to to people. I mean, but you didn't have like a fear inside that maybe somebody else was gonna, just start something. As you mentioned that this is no one thought about the products, especially for our region, and you were the first. But I mean, like it took you a while until you did the product and came out with it to people. So you didn't have like a little bit fear inside you that maybe somebody else will take the idea or start something similar, or you just kept focusing and not get distracted.
I don't ever look at other people. I want to give you this example and try to remember it always. If you're driving like a racing car, if you look to your right for split of a second, not even second, literally your car will enter into the wall and you will crash. Never look at what other people are doing. Just look at what you're doing, perfect what you are doing. It's enough to look at where you want to go and how to get there and how to make sure that you want to reach success and good sales and a good product. For JOELLE Paris, I teamed up with a chemist. He's my partner because I also cannot do it all by myself. Why? I can do the makeup by myself, but I can't do the skincare by myself because I can't go to the lab and actually they might say anything to me and I'll believe them, even if our research is not good enough. I would say to my partner, I want the best, highest quality gummies for hair and nails. It's his job to go out and to find where he can produce that for me. And then we come back, I take care of the design, the label, the branding, the boxes, the PR, all of that. He takes care of the ingredients. And that's why this relationship has really worked. Sometimes when you get into a business, it's really nice. Don't stop. Even if you're on your own, continue on your own, but try as much as you can to find the right fit, the right partner who will add value, and be generous. Be generous. Don't feel like, I'm going to give away 50% and this is my name. You always have to also, when you partner with someone, to almost avoid ever having a clash. One clash, it's never good enough after that. One clash and you can almost never fix the relationship. So keep the relationship professional, keep the relationship healthy, and tell each other all the time, we're doing this for the sake of the brand.
Thank you.
I think I would just jump in on that one. So much of it is about execution. There are a lot of great ideas, but there are few very well executed ideas. So, it's obviously the best to be first to market, but if you're not and you feel really strongly about whatever it is that you're doing, then focus on the execution. Learn from others, learn from your mistakes. And I agree with what Joelle is saying. Most venture capitalists won't invest in a business unless there are two people. They feel that there's strength in numbers. So look for a partner to do it with you and someone who complements your skill set.
Great advice. We have time for maybe one more question, if there are any.
She's ready.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. So in today's busy world, what do you like to do to disconnect from, like social media and reconnect with yourself and take care of your mental and physical health?
Thank you for asking this question, because mental health is something I'm questioning myself about recently. A lot of people, they've been saying this to me for a long time, like, we watch you every day and you give us so much positive energy. And I just feel like, oh my God, thank you God, because sometimes it's not how I'm feeling inside. But I'm happy that this is what I'm actually portraying. It's not that it's fake, but social media is fake. I'm trying not to be fake, but as much as I'm trying to be real, it's still fake, because you don't see the arguments with my husband. You don't see maybe the arguments with my daughter. You don't see when I'm crying because my son said something that hurts. You don't see me maybe an argument with my mom, the frustration. We show you what we want to show you. As much as what I'm showing you is part of my reality, but there's another reality that you don't see. I also show you what I think you might be interested in, but there are endless meetings that you would not be interested in. Every business venture takes years of meetings, emails, messages, more meetings, site visits. All of those are not included. So sometimes I feel like the pressure is getting bigger for us, for this generation, where we need to also be great on social media. Because even if you're a great designer or makeup artist, it's just not good enough. You also need to learn how to speak to an audience, even if the audience is made of 19 people. The 19 will be 100, 100 will be 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, and so on. We need to, like you said earlier, you saw me, I'm coming in and I'm posting. It becomes your norm. This becomes how you function. So multitasking is so important. No one needs to remind me that I need to post something for my fans. That's it, they're living with me now. They're around me. What I do for my sanity is my kids. My bedroom is my sanity, as long as I don't look at the freebies, the pressure of posting for people, because I like to post with passion as well. I like to post maybe sometimes 20 stories. If this was a brand, I'd be charging them so much money, but because it's just real people, young entrepreneurs or even medium-sized entrepreneurs, but they're not huge names. They are not household names. Household names need to pay for this time. It's my time, it's work. Social media for me is work. I need to keep my numbers up. I look at my insights every day. I can go down 50 million in a week. If I don't post the right content, I go down from 130 million impressions to like 80 or 79 or 70. It's scary. So it's pressure. My kids keep my sanity, and going away, and the cinema. The cinema is amazing. Movie at home keeps me reaching for the phone, or keeps my mind going, and I'm thinking about, I run conversations in my head. And sometimes I dream about work. So I wake up and it's there. It's like as if I have a PA that she's living inside. So I'm reciting to her that she needs to remind me of, what I need to do. So cinema, travel, the day I go to the airport, honestly, no emails, no one can call me. It's just my time. And I become the real Joelle again, the one that gets excited over a butterfly or anything.
We all need to unplug sometime. I think we're out of time now on the panel, but thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you to Joelle and to Sharmila and the team from Triano for bringing this together for us. I would like to also encourage all of you to go, there's a Triano pop-up here, so you can experience some of that at Fashion Forward. And there's also the garden, where we have a lot of regional designers showcasing, so please have a look. It's
May
right
I
across
just
the
add
way.
one last thing? I just want to thank you so much for this beautiful, relaxed interview. Sharmila, thank you so much. You're amazing. And I just want to tell you, your staff, they adore you. Half of them, I'm seeing faces here in the audience. They love you so much and respect you so much. And I think you really need to hear that from an outsider. I just want to say, you know, I've been bluffing my confidence for the last maybe 15 years. You know, I'm full of goosebumps, I'm super shy. I force myself to do things that I'm not comfortable doing. And I just want to tell you, as young designers, entrepreneurs, you've got to push yourself sometimes to do things that make you cringe, or make you feel like your heart is gonna stop, or that you're gonna faint from the fear, or that people can hear your heartbeat. And still, even till now, sometimes I'm not that comfortable to be on stage. Sometimes I'm very wobbly, my voice is wobbly, you know, I'm emotional. But I just want to say, push yourself, keep on pushing yourself. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Just push yourself in every direction and face your fears, and just have no fear.
Those
Well
are wonderful
said.
parting words. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you around. There's another talk here at 8 p.m. on sustainability, so you're welcome back then as well.